Good afternoon. Today I'm going to present on a topic type of quantitative reasoning. In this presentation, I will explain what quantitative reasoning is, why it is important, and the different type of quantitative reasoning used in mathematics. So first, let us understand what quantitative reasoning means. A quantitative reasoning is the ability to understand and work with numbers effectively. It involves applying numerical concept to real world or real life situation. It is not just about doing calculation, but also about understanding how numbers relate to each other. These skills help us interpret numerical information, solve problems logically, and make a better decision. We use a quantitative reasoning in our daily life without even realizing it, such as when we calculate expenses or manage time. So the quantitative reasoning is very important in our daily life because it helps to develop strong problem solving and analytical skills. It also helps us understand graph, chart and report, which are commonly used in academic and workplace. So now let us look into the main type of quantitative reasoning. There are mainly 6 types, that is numerical reasoning, algebraic reasoning, statistical reasoning, logical reasoning, spatial reasoning and a proportional reasoning. So first let us look into the numerical reasoning. So what is a numerical reasoning? A numerical reasoning is the most basic type of quantitative reasoning which involve working with numbers using basic arithmetic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We use numerical reasoning in everyday activities such as shopping, budgeting and calculating bills. For example, we are calculating discount or total expense. We use numerical reasoning. It also helps to solve numerical problems quickly and accurately, which are very important in our daily life. It also helps individual to quickly and accurately solve numerical problems. Next is the algebraic reasoning. So algebraic reasoning involves using variables, symbols and equation to solve a problem. It helps us represent a real world situation mathematically and also to find an unknown values. For example, solving an equation like 2x plus 5 is equal to 15, which is a part of algebraic reasoning. It is widely used in higher mathematics, science and engineering. Algebraic reasoning also helps us understand patterns and a relationship between different quantities. Next is the statistical reasoning. So statistical reasoning involves working with data, such as collecting, organizing, analyzing and interpreting data. It is a type of reasoning where we use concepts like mean, median, mode and probability. It also helps us understand trends and patterns in data. For example, when we analyze or survey results or exam scores, we use statistical reasoning. This helps us make decisions based on evidence and data rather than the guesswork. Next is the logical reasoning. A logical reasoning is about thinking a clear and structured way, like focus on step-by-step thinking and reasoning process. It involves identifying pattern, sequence and a relationship. This type of reasoning is used to solve puzzle, riddle and analytical problem. It also helps us to make a correct conclusion based on the given information. Logical reasoning improve on thinking ability and help us avoid mistakes while solving problems. Next is spatial reasoning. So spatial reasoning is the ability to visualize objects and understand their position in space. It also helps us to imagine shape, a size and a movement of an object. This type of reasoning is important in geometry, architecture, engineering and design. For example, like when reading a map or understanding diagram involve spatial reasoning. It allowed individual to interpret map, diagram, and a 3D model. It also helped us to solve problems related to shape and a physical structure more effectively. Last but not the least is a proportional reasoning. So a proportional reasoning involve understanding ratio, a fraction, percentage, and proportion. It helps us compare quantities and understand how one quantity change in relation to another. We use proportional reasoning in a real life situation such as cooking, calculating discount, and determining speeds and distance. It is very important in solving problem involving relationship between quantities. So next, the application of quantitative reasoning in real life. It is used in banking, which is used to calculate interest and manage money. In business, it helps analyze profit and loss. In science, it used to interpret experimental data. So, to conclude, I would like to say that quantitative reasoning is essential skills for solving problem and making decision. Each type of reasoning play an important role in understanding different aspects of mathematics. By developing these skills, we can think more logically, analyze situation better, and apply mathematics effectively in real life. So this is all about my topic. Thank you.